Hey everybody, this is Maxine Taylor, America's first licensed astrologer. And Pisces, I have got your September forecast right here. And I'm going to share it with you in just a couple of minutes, but I have two announcements I think y'all might be interested in. Okay. Number one, have you noticed that the world has gone nuts? That nothing is as it was before, that people are making promises and they're not keeping them, and we're on a shaky foundation. What I realized was very simple. I need to offer a September special. I know how I really appreciate my own astrological forecast. It is my roadmap. It is my guide. And people love their forecasts. Unfortunately, a lot of people cannot afford a forecast right this minute. And so I am offering a September special. If you'll just go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com. And on the front page of my website, you will see the September special. I'm offering either a 6-month forecast or a 12-month forecast at enormous savings. And I suggest you take advantage of it now because I don't usually offer specials. With Mercury getting ready to go retrograde, and with the world topsy-turvy and more bad news upon more bad news, the time is right for hope. It's time for your own forecast. And I'm offering this again, as I said, through my website. So be sure and take advantage of that. That's number one. Number two is the announcement about my latest book, Your First Sexual Imprinting. And the cover tells it all. Our first, this is not an astrology book, by the way. This is a self-empowerment book for women. Your first sexual imprinting is your first sexual encounter. And over the 50 plus years that I have been counseling people and consulting people, primarily women, what I have seen is that very often this first sexual imprinting occurs during childhood, which is egregious. And it is carved in stone, has a life of its own, and moves forward through every area of your life. My technique that I've mastered over these past decades is called Take Back Your Life. And this is a simple, powerful technique that I share in my book. And the book, as you can see, is just in its proof form in my hand. It's available for sale on Amazon. What I would love to do is get a copy of this in everybody's hand so that you can start releasing the trauma that has colored every area of your life. And when you think about it, you'll understand, you understand what I'm saying. If you would like your own personal session, one-on-one on Zoom with me, just go to my website and go to the spiritual coaching tab. You'll find a Take Back Your Life session right there. You can order it, and you and I will get together on Zoom, and I will help you step by step move through this programming that has run your life. I've interviewed women in the second half of this book who have been very honest, very forthcoming, and have shared their stories so that I think there's a story for everyone. So I hope you enjoy the book, and if I may be of service, you let me know. Now, Pisces, let's talk about what's going on in September. Well, the biggest thing is that on the new moon, Mercury moves into the shadow of the retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year. And when it goes retrograde, everything gets confused and kerflooey. All over the world, it's not just in one country or one city or with one group of people. Mercury rules communication, correspondence, and transportation. And when it goes retrograde, everything is shook up. And you might say, you mean more so than it's been like these past few weeks? Yes. That being the case, you do not want to start any new projects while Mercury is in the shadow of the retrograde, and it goes retrograde on the 27th of the month and stays retrograde through a good bit of October. So what you want to do is tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects to make sure that they are done, to make sure that you have handled them. And then let's talk about what else is going on here, because you have quite a beautiful forecast. All right, let's start first of all with the sun, the giver of life, the yellow planet. It starts off in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. And on the 22nd, it goes into the 8th house of secrets. It goes into the 8th house of transformation and mutually beneficial financial projects. However, on the new moon, the 6th, Mercury moves into the shadow of the retrograde. And even though it's not retrograde, it feels like it is, and everything is unsettled from that moment on. On the 27th, all 8th house matters. Legacies, wills, joint finances, sex, any type of secret starts getting confused to be dealt with, okay? Now, Mars, the red planet, that's what we fight with and fight for. That's what comes first to us. It's in your 7th house of partnership, and this is you putting other people first. That's beautiful. On the 14th, Mars moves into the 8th house, and your passions run very deep, and they are hidden. And Mercury, of course, is in the shadow of the retrograde at that point in time. And what this means is things are confused. So you're not going to start a new project. You're going to tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects. Venus, love and beauty, is in your 8th house, and your whole love nature is undergoing a change. On the 10th, Venus moves into your 10th house and, your 9th house. And you're seeing the world through loving eyes. And that is beautiful. Now, the new moon on the 6th is in your 7th house. And the new moon is when energy starts flowing. And you want that to continue. You want it flowing. And you want your relationships continuing. However, the full moon on, let me double check here 1 second. I can't read my own handwriting. That's my problem. Yes, okay, good. I can read my own handwriting. Good. On the 20th, we have the full moon in your first house. And this is you saying, I'm doing it my way. I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want. Bravo to you. That's terrific. So you've got other people and you've got you balancing everything out. And here's Mercury getting ready to move into the shadow on the 6th and going literally retrograde on the 27th. So you're going to be prepared for a little confusion, maybe a lot of confusion before this is all over. But if you know this, you've got your game plan. So join me next month when once again, I take a look at your forecast and help you move out of the retrograde Mercury and the shadow of the retrograde. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.